Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Hero Tracker Day. Sorry this is late. I have had a busy morning and I did not anticipate that. But, just so y'all know, I will be doing a slight update once we get the actual Hero Fest banner, which will include the likes of Veronica, Robin, and also Fomortis, who are over here on the February slide that you can see already. So just be aware. There will be a little mini update coming your way. But I figured since the bulk of you are probably mainly concerned with Emblem Marth and some of the other newer heroes that are current state banner, I thought I'd go ahead and just do this so that you guys had information sooner than later. Alright? So you can see the upcomers down there. Everybody who's upcoming, like the whole spread has just, we went from like way too many red to like an actual reasonable amount, which is crazy. And everything looks so nice and balanced. Isn't that awesome? I love that so much. Surely something's going to happen in the near future that completely disrupts that. It is what it is. I would look for Ginny. I would look for Peony. I would look for Triandra upcoming on the next banner. We're probably going to get a new legendary in red. That would be my guess. Okay, or an emblem. I don't even know. The crazy thing about the emblems is that there are a lot of swords in Fire Emblem. I don't know if you knew. But the majority of the emblems are swords. Like a lot of them are just swords. So I would have to assume that most of the emblems, if they're sticking with the whole emblem engage thing that's happening in Heroes, I would have to assume that genuinely most of them are going to be red. But I don't know. So with that said, this is what February looks like. The other little mini update that's coming in February is going to be the remix. We didn't really have in the Fade channel, though it did cover a lot, anything that pertained whatsoever to the remix. And we will be getting a new batch of remix candidates put into that pool that will get remixed over the next 6 months or so. Okay. We did hear that Triandra, finally, and Ragan also are getting remixed. But that was really it. We haven't heard about any of the new ones going into the batch. So once that happens, once we get that info, I will include that into the update that places Veronica, Robin, and Fomortis in future months. So mainly the reason why I'm doing the two-piece here is that we don't really have all the data. We do have Ryoma. Ryoma's going to be a Forma, allegedly, in February, but probably. So, you know, look forward to that, I suppose. Yuna's back from her recent Hall of Forms situation that was going on, right? A lot of other stuff in here. I have some speculative grabs like Uller going into the Grail pool, things like that. So yeah, that is where we're at. Ashera might not even be in the Grail pool now. There was a point in time where it was Fomortis and Gateau and Ashera and then also Golvig. And I thought, well, Ashera's kind of in that timeline, right? So like maybe they'll bump her into the remix pool. But now that we know Fomortis is actually going to be on the Hero Fest, maybe she'll actually be there. I don't know. So, you know, all the reason more to have a February update when all the craziness stuff finally ends for the anniversary. But that's what it looks like. I think probably primarily you all are going to be mainly concerned with heroes like Kivasir, probably Ninian, maybe Golvig, Freyr, all kind of the standout options in February in my opinion, right? Moving forward here to March, March is also very busy. March, I think Sothis, all but guaranteed to be the Hall of Forms candidate. Could be Saros. Saros hasn't even been remixed yet, so we doubt it. but a little part of me, like 0.09863%, believes that, that it could be Saros. But it's probably not going to be Saros. The important things to note here, okay? I don't know that we'll have a big update for the remix pool because it's already basically full. All right. But there may be some new candidates thrown in here, namely in blue and green, because those don't have filler yet. But you might see some stuff in there. I mean, we're already looking at Dagger. Dagger's down there. Maybe Saros could get remixed already. I don't know. That's wishful thinking on my part. But, you know, there could be somebody else thrown in there as well. So just be aware of that. Alencia, Camilla, probably the two biggest draws for March. Okay. But that's just me. It's going to depend greatly on what shows up there. I think probably you're looking at a Mythic for March. And I also, God, I don't even know what's going to happen with all the emblems. Like, are we getting an emblem and a legendary Mythic? Or is it only one? January is like a double month, so it doesn't really count. Like, are we getting two? Are we only getting one? There's 3 categories now. They haven't really addressed it. The planner in me is dying inside. Okay. So for what that's worth, so far, red and green look really good. Okay. But other than that, it's going to be a toss-up until we get more information, which hopefully will come in the next couple weeks. Fingers crossed. Outside of that, okay, we're looking at April. April, a chill month. We're just here to vibe in April, okay? We got Veil, we got Nerthas coming back. Green looks absolutely awful. Oh god, I can't. I literally cannot. What have they done to my lady Thor, bro? But red and blue look pretty good. She who won't be named is down there in colorless. My little Golvig breaker, as I like to refer to her. April shouldn't be a remix, tentatively, so that's good, I guess. But there's some other stuff. I think that this is Golden Week month, so there's probably something going on there. I think Golden Week's the end of April. Back check me, but I think it's around this time. But other than that, nothing really changed. Thor came back, Nerthas came back, Veil came back. So blue, actually, if you're looking for Veil next time, also pretty good. Like, blue right now for the current banner is beyond solid. But the next time Veil pops up, obviously very useful with like Drive Scowl and all that. Doesn't look that bad next to Nerthas, honestly, because Nerthas is pretty solid too. So, you know, keep that in mind. Tentatively, I think we're probably looking at a new blue for that month. But it could change. It could change. Maybe. May. Oh boy. Oh boy. Marth is back. They spaced him out, bro. He went max, bro. He went max. He is out here 120 days. Okay, so he's not back for 4 months. That is a long time. Which I'm hoping, genuinely, these emblems are spaced out. And while there's good and bad with that, mainly the bad is it creates more FOMO for, you know, gotta get them now because you won't be able to merge or inherit or anything for, you know, a quarter of the year, and it's like the panic kind of sets in. But ultimately, I hope that it's spaced out. I am so fearful at the rate of acceleration that this game is encountering. A lot of it is merge rate. While it's great we got 5 inheritables, finally. Thank you, that's great. It should have genuinely happened last year. So now we really could actually, like, in a really healthy state, have 6. Like, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, But I think 5 came a little late in the process. Because, I mean, think about it. We just got the Tier 3 attack res Scowl on the New Year banner on a limited 4-star character, right? But attack res Scowl came on Rhea back in, like, April of last year. So it took a clean 8-month turnaround to get that Tier 3 inheritable. And prior to that, all you could do was inherit Scowl off of Rhea. I mean, there's not really a whole lot else that you would want to inherit off her, but that's just an example, right? There's other big fodder cannons, like Ascended Fear, for example, who has, you know, a good A skill, good B skill, good special, and what are you going to do with all that? You know what I mean? So, genuinely speaking, 6 would be great. But anyway, that's a digression that you didn't need to know about. The acceleration of the game aside, it's interesting. It keeps you on your toes, nothing else. Again, key notables, probably Shez, Marth, obviously Alir, all good candidates there. You can see some Forma options in the likes of Freed and Fjorm over yonder. June's very simple. Top half great, bottom half not. That's how it is. Lumera's got a 6-month spread, so that is a long time. June is also, I think, midpoint month. We're going to have the midpoint book happen at the beginning of June, and then just eternal summer until the end of July, and then the story picks back up. So theoretically, we will see somebody probably in the story who shows up in the legendary or mythic pool, probably mythic, right? Probably in that red or blue option. Keep the buck. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. I would assume a new one is going to be blue. And the new hero's introduction midpoint mythic character thing that they do will likely be a red unit. July, can't stop that month. It will come for us all eventually. Sita got moved. She was coming back in like August, I think. Now she's in July. And then we had a couple additions to the remix pool. August, Air is here. Ratatosker is here. And that's really it. September, couple of lays back and colorless. Let's go. September is also going to be you know, the month after the half anniversary, which happens in August. So there will be probably some slight updates to the remix here as well. So don't get too attached to everything that's happening. You know, the month prior, for example, there's probably going to be some major fill-in like over here, right? So for what that's worth, you know, we're going to have another remix update around this time as well. And then November, oh no, Elliewood, he had Forma Glory. And then what did they do? They put Hector there. Not only was he not an Emblem in Engage, but now he has competition for a possible Forma. Ugh. They punted him into nowhere all the way in November, like a year out, and then they just put Hector right next to him like, oh, hey. Bro, it's tough being an Elliewood fan. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's hard, man. It's hard. You get no respect. No respect at all. So with that said, this is the complete tracker right here. Okay. Everything down here that I just showed you in one neat package, which I will probably update in the near future to be better organized. It's kind of just sheer chaos at this point. And there's so many different types of heroes happening. There's remix, there's formas, there's emblems, there's legends, there's mythics, there's upcoming remix. There's just all kind. I want to be able to account for all of that. So I'm probably going to be kind of readjusting this over the next couple months. So bear with me. I know it's a chaotic mess right now, but I hope you found it helpful. And if you do, like the video. That's all I ask. Just like it. Just like the video like you liked the video. It's very straightforward. Anywho, that's it. I'm going to cut and ship this so that you can get it. And then I'm going to maybe do a recording for summons. We'll see. or I'll do it live. Either way, I will be live this evening, so I hope to see you there. And until then, I will see you in the next one.